transformational, and you can see it that over the next 12 months, this is something that's going to be more broad-based. Going to touch the lives of so many people that it is there now, as you were mentioning, Anand. So if you could just pick up that one thing that you say over the next 12 months, all of us in the audience can really see it happening in each of your sectors. That'd be nice.
One of the toughest questions. And traditionally, I've never been good at this number one thing, three things, five things. I've never been good at that, but I'll still take a stab. In the okay, we are already seeing it, so I can say this with confidence. I guess one of the things that we are going to see more in India, in India setting itself, in the healthcare space, is access. The ability of people to get access to healthcare more seamlessly and in more effective manner. So clearly capacity, as you know, COVID has pushed the hospital systems to increase their capacities in different ways. And that has opened up other channels as well. For example, step-down facilities which are able to take a portion of the hospital load away from hospitals so that hospitals continue to focus on critical cases. Those are already becoming real and will become real. Remote clinics, and that's a great idea that you are able to take, or mobile clinics, also you're taking clinics down to large swaths of population who really need it, and actually bringing care closer to where the patients really need is also a reality. So a remote, and many of us during the COVID pandemic went through that. Our consults at that point with doctors were predominantly remote, and that even in the morning, Mr. Sharma was very nicely explaining to us to become a seamless reality. So access, if I just take one aspect of healthcare, which is the ability to get to quality healthcare in time, I think that is going to be one place where we are going to see a lot of action.
You wanted others as well, Namita?
So you did great by being the first one. Okay. Okay, so what I'll say is, I don't think this will happen in the next 12 months, but I do see this trend coming, and I already spoke on it. So whatever we use, whatever we produce, we don't know what all has gone into it, what all it has put into the earth or into the air. We have never been concerned about it because we never felt that our earth could actually get impacted. It was like, keep throwing things into it, it's got huge capacity to absorb, and this is how it will continue. So now there is a demand for transparency, and this comes from, if you talk at a very elite level, from the investors, because they think of it as a risk, because people are going to come to know about it, so they want to invest in companies which have the least impacts. But it also comes from all of us, because we are so concerned about this now that when we have a choice to make, yes, we may not pay too much more for something that creates less of an impact, but we may pay a little more, or we want to have that choice. So more and more organizations or whoever is producing things is expected to be transparent on everything that's gone behind this. And there are regulations coming, there are scientific methodologies being developed for it. It was not a focus area first, it's a focus area now. And when that transparency is there, when the truth comes out, then society by itself will, move in a direction that is good for the planet, that's good for the people. I mean, inherently we want to do well, So this is what I see coming in the future.
And on this part, I will go into the sector. So take example banking. If you look at banking, what's going to happen in the next 12 months or so is, and you have already seen it as well, is hyper-personalization. So, you open your bank app and you will see a chatbot that is going to guide you, and more you go into it over the next, and especially the younger generation, right? They have essentially grown up with it, with mobile apps, and so it's not just the startups and the neobanks and the fintechs that are doing it. The big banks are also taking notice. So what is going to happen is the big banks have started to collaborate with the fintechs and neobanks to make this hyper-personalization possible. Because when you, and the other thing about us, all of us, is, we are very impatient. So what we need, when even 2 minutes is too long for us, right? So the waiting time is 2 minutes, that's too long. So